Welcome to the Inner Sanctum's 5 Rings in 5 Minutes, where we look at the 5 biggest stories of Day 1 of Tokyo 2020.
Coming in at number 1, the Tokyo 2020 Olympic Games awarded its first medals today. In the women's 10-metre air rifle event, China's Chen Yang became the first gold medalist at this year's Games, earning an Olympic record along the way. A final score of 251.8 edged the Russian Olympic Committee's Anastasia Galashima, who won a silver with a score of 251.1. Nina Kristen was awarded bronze. Continuing the trend of Olympic records being broken, the men's 10-metre air pistol final, Iran's Javed Foroughi, also set a new record as he won gold with a score of 244.8. China claimed its second gold medal of the day when weightlifter Zi Hu set a new Olympic record, placing first in the women's 49-kilogram Group A division with a score of 210. Host nation Japan won its first gold medal at its 2020 home games, awarded a gold medal in the men's 60-kilometre judo. The final medal tally of the day reads China in first place with 4 medals and 3 gold.
Coming in at number 2, the Dolphins started off in the pool tonight, and we saw some really strong results. The women in the 4x100 relay showed exactly why they've had the gold medal at the last few Olympics, as Molly O'Callaghan, at just 17, led off and came out of the pool first. The Aussies continued to increase their lead all the way through and ended up smashing the heat by more than 2 seconds, showing exactly why they'll be favourites to take home gold tomorrow night. The men's 400 was a dead heat, with Jack McLaughlin and Elijah Whittington both tying for their heat. They qualified 4th and 5th, or equal 4th fastest for the final tomorrow, and will also be swimming off with the chance of getting gold. They both acknowledge that the slow heat probably cost them a little bit, but they're confident of turning it around. There were other strong results in the pool, and there'll be plenty more coming up over the next few days.
Coming in at number 3, Australia's men's hockey team, the Kookaburras, and Australia's women's water polo team, the Stingers, each found wins on the first day of their competition. The Kookaburras beat Japan 5-3 in men's Pool A hockey action. After taking a 2-0 lead after the first quarter, Japan came back to lead 3-2 at the halfway point. Australia scored 2 in the third and scored 1 more in the fourth to claim victory. Australia had 19 shots to Japan's 6. The Kookaburras are currently first in Pool A, with their next game against New Zealand on July 28. The Stingers overcame Canada to win 8-5 in the water. The scores were tied at 1-1 after the first quarter, before Australia was up by 2 at the halfway point. The Stingers increased their lead to 3 with a 4-7 margin, as each team added on 1 more in the final quarter. Bronte Halligan scored 3 goals. Australia ends the day in first position in Group A, with its next game scheduled on July 30 against Spain.
5, the men's road race today. Set in front of the spectacular Mount Fuji, the men rode 234 kilometres with almost 5,000 metres of climbing. In what was an interesting beginning, the breakaway of 8 riders had up to 20 minutes at one point ahead of the group. They were brought back slowly over the big climbs, and in the end it was a really exciting final 40 kilometres. Richard Carapaz and Brendan McNulty attacked with 15Ks to go to try and beat the Belgian Wout van Aert. After everyone looked at each other and were worried about Tadej Pogacar and Wout van Aert after Tour de France, Carapaz rode away from McNulty and secured a solo win. Just a week after he finished 3rd at the Tour de France, he won Ecuador's first ever cycling medal, taking home gold for his country, and he'll wear the golden helmet in all his cycling for the next 4 years.
Coming in at number 5, tennis got underway on day 1 of Tokyo 2020, and it was a mixed bag of results for our Aussie stars. 2011 Wimbledon winner Sam Stosur lost her opening singles match in 2 sets against Kazakhstan's Elena Rybakina, 4-6, 2-6. In the men's singles, John Millman prevailed over his Italian opponent, Lorenzo Musetti, in 2 sets, winning 3-6, 4-6. The first round of women's doubles saw Ash Barty and Storm Sanders team up to beat Japanese partners Nao Hibino and Makoto Ninomiya in 2 sets, 1-6, 2-6. On day 2, Ash Barty competes in the women's singles, as does Isla Tomljanovic, while James Duckworth starts his men's singles campaign. Sam Stosur and Alan Perez will start their women's doubles campaign on day 2 also, where John Millman and Luke Saville and John Peers and Max Purcell begin their quest for men's doubles gold.